One of the strategies to help students focus is to give them an overarching goal. So, a set of strategies to say, okay, where am I at? What do I need to get done? My name is Judith and I'm a teacher here at Centralian Senior College. I work in mainly the arts area from year 10 to 12. Strategies within the classroom are quite varied for photography because many students are doing many things, from folio to taking photos to research or working in small peer groups. To help maintain that, there's a lot of trust. I let students explore and work out what they need to do, but also have what I call check-in times where I come around and check what they're doing. The idea is, we're looking to do some enhancement. Okay, so let's try just a little colour change. So I want you to go, edit. Through observation, I know when not to disturb the group because they're quite creative and focused. There are other times when, whether it's the whole group or individuals, that I can see, okay, time to refocus. So we do a total class check-in. All right, everyone listening, guys sitting down, make sure you're thinking beyond just a straight photo. I want you to really experiment. That's what the folio is about. So we've figured out our possible direction. I saw a lot of techniques we're doing, a lot of experiments, a lot of photos. Yeah, and when students aren't interested in your help at a certain stage, like you were saying today about Tay. She knows what she's doing. So you just look for who's struggling a little, and that little handout can certainly help. Classroom management strategies that I work with in consultation with my art colleagues, we do discuss the idea of flexibility and multitasking and check-in. One of the strategies that we've tended to use is bring the group together. We've developed that across the arts because everyone goes off and does lots of things. We sort of bring everyone back to first get feedback on what they've done and how they're going, and talk about how they could extend what they're doing as well. See how you could start off with a simple image, and then when you print it out or draw on it, you could extend it that way. Yeah. All right. Now see how that has I guess a particular message. All right. So you've got to think about, well, what's the message? Because you're going to wear it. So you can suggest something without text, which that image does, and that's something else you could think about. Do you want to hide something in your design? Working with my colleagues, we have weekly meetings where we discuss strategies in the classroom. We look at creative problem solving.
Yeah, so I've got a couple of students that just won't do anything at all. Yeah, I mean, the students fairly isolated socially, like there's no one really in their sort of social, social equal.
Maybe to unpack that a bit could be try and get them to work with it within a group, not just like one-on-one or something, sort of start building a group dynamic. So the creative exploring Kerry Smith type activities where it's just a bit bizarre, a bit creative, and they just do stuff for the fun of it. That helps me with, across all year levels, getting kids to engage. Within the photography group, we do multiple tasks, and the transition between each task sort of is determined by when the student sort of finishes. So I will give what I call instructional stop points along the way to the entire class or to a small group. Classroom management is about getting students engaged and interested in what they're doing. One of the strategies I used today with a student was to give them an iPad so they could use the kaleidoscope effect. They shot lots of colour images that were painted, and just with the simple movement of the iPad and taking lots of photos, they came up with lots of colourful ideas, and the disengagement ceased and the interest and motivation soared.
What structures should schools provide to support teachers who require assistance with management of classroom activities? In what ways have your classroom management expectations been modified by either the characteristics of the students or the nature of the learning?